The Time Trials of Arabella and Tom, the Greeks, by Sue Huband, narrated by John Delino Ziegler, Jr. Introduction. Hello, I'm Arabella Twigg. Have we met before? Have I introduced you to my strange family? But if you're anything like me, you've probably forgotten. As I said, my name is Arabella Twigg. Yes, I know it's a peculiar name, but if you think that's peculiar, you should meet the rest of my family. I live with my parents, Ivy and Stanley Twigg, my nuisance of a brother called Tom, and I sort of live with my Gran. She's not living in the house exactly because she lives in the garage. Mom and Dad made it into a little house for her. It's quite cozy, and at least she's near to us. Mom says she's safer there. I don't know what Mom thinks will happen to her, but I like her living there anyway. I can visit her whenever I like. Everyone in my family is a bit odd, except for me. My dad, Stanley, calls himself an inventor. He tries to make all sorts of weird things, but he never finishes anything, and, even if he does, they never work. He spends days in the garden shed. He calls it his laboratory. I hardly ever see him. At the moment, he says he's making a food mixer for my mom, but I can just imagine how useful it's going to be if he ever finishes it. When he tried to build a dishwashing machine, he broke every plate in the house. My mom, Ivy. Yes, I know. It's unfortunate, isn't it? She's always in the kitchen. She loves cooking. Well, what I should say is that she likes making things up. We can't often eat the things she makes, but they are always colorful. You see, she puts strange ingredients together, especially in my packed lunches. For instance, yesterday she made me ham and lemon curd sandwiches, all on the same sandwich. It was disgusting. The girls at school always laugh about it. I know they do. But they're always laughing about me behind my back. I'm not trendy like they are. They all come to school in the latest designer clothes and stuff. They call me old-fashioned, and I know they're right. They have girly sleepovers, and they never ask me. I don't really mind, though, because if they ever asked me, I'd have to ask them back to my house, and they'd see what a weird family we are. And they'd meet horrid Tom. He's bound to be rude. He's always making fun of me and getting me into trouble with Mom. You can probably tell that I don't much like my brother. He ignores me most of the time, which is great. But the rest of the time he's either pulling my hair or calling me stupid and slow. So I'm happy when he shuts himself in his room. He's on his computer most likely. I'm not allowed into his room. No one is, not even Mom. She has to ask permission to clean it. I can't imagine what he's got in there, but it must be precious. Anyway, Mom thinks he's wonderful. She doesn't know half the things he gets up to. She actually thinks he works hard at school. That's a joke. He's always in trouble, but he manages to blame someone else. Me, mostly. Mind you, he's been a bit nicer to me lately after our adventures with the Vikings when I saved his life. But that's another story. The only one who really loves spending time with me is Gran. I know she's old and a bit odd, but I do love her. You see, the strange thing about her is that she makes her own clothes. Now, you might think there's nothing strange about that, but she makes them out of all sorts of stuff she can find. I never know what she'll be wearing next. It could be a pair of old curtains or a lampshade. And she dyes her hair. One week it's green and the next it's red or bright orange. But I do love her so much. Sometimes she wanders off and forgets where she's going, and I have to go and find her. But she's
Sample complete. Ready to continue?